everybody and welcome to Visit Fylde Coast. Apologies if the sound of the engine is a little loud today, but you might remember that I sorted my microphone problems out with a little adjustment gadget, and I've got the microphone and I've got the GoPro, but I can't find the adjustment gadget anywhere. So where it's gone, I've got absolutely no idea. But it's too nice an afternoon, so I will shout up. I am shouting in my best shouty voice. I will shout up and take you on a ride. We are currently in the great metropolis of Clivellis and we're going to Blackpool. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on this ride. Hope you enjoy it. If you do, give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to Visit Fylde Coast, and don't forget to switch notifications on, and then when we upload new content, which we will be doing, you will get notifications and alerts. So it's a little bit sprayy at the moment. The roads are very wet. It's 1:05 on Thursday afternoon as I'm filming this, and at 12:05 on Thursday afternoon, yes, just an hour ago, the heavens absolutely opened. It was rain like you only see at the seaside. So I trusted my trusty weather app and believed what they said when they said that it would fine up and it would be a nice afternoon. So here we are, and we're off to see the wizard. So it's the first time I've actually been to Blackpool since Christmas, since the Christmas holidays. So you might get these videos in completely the wrong order. I think there might be a little bit of squirting the windscreen as we drive along, because as I said, it's quite mucky underfoot. So you might get these in the wrong order, but this afternoon we're going to go and make some films about what's happening in Cleveland. Now just look in front of you as we set off from that last speed bump. Look at that for a view. It's just beautiful. This is a fabulous spot. This is Anchorzone Park on the left, and this is a fabulous spot for wave watching, because you can stand on this corner that we're approaching, and you can look towards Blackpool, and you get an absolutely fabulous view of all the waves hitting the sea wall at high tide. It's really lovely. I don't think it's quite high tide at the moment. It's too windy for it not to be hitting the wall. So this is the tram line, the main tram line from Blackpool at the right to Fleetwood eventually at the left, and the seafront promenade follows it all the way up to Blackpool. So you won't believe the difference. Anyway, just in case, I've got my longest of long coats on. I've got my hat on, and I'm all set for rain if it changes its mind and decides to misbehave and tip another load of water. It's going a little bit grey. Oh goodness! I sincerely hope I'm not going to get wet through. I really do. The problem is we're heading, I would say, in a bit of a southerly southwesterly direction, and that's the direction that the prevailing weather tends to come from. At the moment you can see it's blowing head on. Look at the flag on the left. You can see it's blowing head on from the west. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. But when it comes straight off the sea in a southwesterly direction, you just get the full brunt of it all. But a little bit of sunshine, Makes you feel better. It makes you feel like spring's coming. We could all do with a bit of spring, couldn't we? And then all the hotels will start getting ready and preparing and decorating and doing all the jobs, ready for another season to begin. So this is the beginning or the end, whichever way you want to look at it, of the Blackpool illuminations that we're coming up to. You can just see the arch above the road, and at the right hand side the tableaus begin. The beginning if you come in this way, the end if you come in the other way. So the tableaus will start to come down soon if they've not already started removing them. Because they take them back to the depot every year in rotation for maintenance and repairs and checking. Oh, I don't like the look of the weather. Goodness gracious me. If it rains like it did this morning, I'm not going to be amused. Or we could perhaps just drive to the other end of Blackpool and drive back. It absolutely belted it down. Lots of builders in business at the moment in Blackpool, doing all the renovations and changes, ready for a new season. Lots of hotel owners are abroad at the moment, sunning themselves after Christmas, having a much deserved rest after they've worked all year. That's what they tend to do. Blackpool is quiet in January because obviously it's cold and it's wet and it's windy, but it's certainly not closed. It's certainly not closed. There you go, building work on your left. It's like Builder's City. This is the Genting Casino on the left. Which has just recently had quite a lot of exterior refurbishment work done. Scaffolding up at the Sheraton. This is when all the scaffolding starts appearing as well. Builders work vans at that one. I think I'm going to get wet, you know. I do believe it looks like I'm going to get wet. Still no news about the new Hackets and what's happening with that. Last I heard, the owners had gone into administration, so there was nobody to take to task about the state of the building and the condition it's ended up in. It wants flattening, I think. Either that or several millions spending on it. The Spitfire looks as if it's flown off from Gin Roundabout, so it'll not be 2 minutes before we're back onto illuminations again, and we're all eagerly waiting to find out what's happening for 2023. More building work on your left, more building work on your left. It's a building time of year. To believe in another few short weeks that people will be strolling around, enjoying the sunshine and enjoying the seaside. A few years ago I went to Blackpool Central Pier, I think it was. It was in Central or North in February, and it was boiling. And people were sat outside sunbathing, so you get nice weather early on in the year. Window cleaning. I don't think I'd want my windows cleaned on a day like today. I'd be telling him to come back again. looks as if it might be blowing over. We'll have a bash anyway. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. That sea looks angry. I don't like to be in that. All looks very different. In January, February, it will look just like Blackpool. Got scaffolding up at the tower, the North Pier. Really called it the tower then. It's quite the same thing. The gates are closed today for the pier, which is understandable when the sea is like it is. Seed pods are bending. Scaffolding's still up on this building on the left. I don't know what they're doing, but it's a labour of love. I can only imagine what it's cost. Odyssey looks like it's being dismantled, maybe. Well, they're doing something to it. They've got a little lift thing up. All the Christmas rides and chalets and everything have gone. Goodness, the seed pods are bending. We're going to turn left here and go to the Hounds Hill car park. I usually use the Hounds Hill car park because it's pay on exit, which you've probably heard me say before. But that's useful when you've got absolutely no idea how long you're going to be. That's the new multi-storey car park on the right. We're going to go and take a look at that and see what's happening. See, it's brighter when you look that way. I perhaps should have stopped in Cleveland. Oh. What are they doing in there, I wonder? They're doing something, aren't they? Interesting. That suggests that somebody might be using it. So normally you would be able to turn left here and go up to the Hounds Hill entrance that way, but you can't because the extension's being built and they're using the left lane for the construction trucks. So this is Albert Road, and you do a sort of a back and around on yourself. And I can never remember which one it is. It's a good job there's a no entry sign on that one because I always want to go down there. Oh, they've got scaffolding up, look. They're taking this building down on the right. Looks like they're starting to think about demolishing that. It's all happening, isn't it? It's all happening. It's a bit of a pothole. You get a good view from at the top of here. So just have to go backwards on yourself and end up in the same place. You get a little pause here at the traffic light so you can have a good goggle, especially if you're at the front of the queue. You can have a good goggle at what they're doing and a good look. Bye, they're knocking on. Apparently Wilco is supposed to be opening in spring. Now what they define as spring is anybody's guess. and the cinema opens towards the end of the year, so I'm sure we'll see a difference when we come round this corner. Goodness, it does look different. It does look different. Obviously all these boards will come down when the building opens, and that gives a little bit more space. It must be really difficult, and I've said it before, but it must be really difficult working on a building site that's so penned in. And here we are, we have arrived at our destination. I'm going to go down to my favourite parking corner and bag my little spot. And there we are. So, we'll go and see what we can find out in Blackpool today. We'll go and see if we can manage to do it without getting soaked. So I hope you've enjoyed this little ride. Hope the video, the audio rather, is clear enough for you to hear. Hope I don't sound quite too much like I'm shouting for help. So until next time, we will see you later. Bye for now.